EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Set, 180.
Tighten up. Pull together.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. For these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. The first down carry here for Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Double right. 61. Match box. Right.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rodney Gunter in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Here's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Stafford going to come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw is Stafford. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Man, I got you. Kill. Alert!
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Close. Bravo!
55! Mike 55! Target!
On 2nd and 7, Luck. Looking deep downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That's the end of the first quarter.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
40 got! 50! You ready?
On 2nd down and 4, Stafford, and he finds Danny Amendola. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Throwing is Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here.
Middle.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Steps away to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run with McKissick. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Oh, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Slam. Check three.
11. Hey, Delta.
Here's Locke. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Crunch. Check.
3rd and long. It's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep one. And Locke will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Wilson, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Stay 50.
On first down, Stafford here. Complete to Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Check safety.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Call. Go ahead.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now Locke. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Now it's Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Check out. 675. 12. Fight 51. Hey, echo. Here we go. 51's the mark. 51's the mark.
After the interception, it's Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Damiere Byrd in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're ready.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
11 yards there and a Lion first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
50-50.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him throw another one.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. On second and 9, Luck. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, 39 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. From the gun, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Kill. Rocky.
There's the first NFL grab for Andy Isabella. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Stay at home.
On second down, it's Drake. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. taking it in from a yard out. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Detroit. 55 yards. On 1st down at Stafford. James has got it. Complete. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
32. Check 4.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the game.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you...
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Stafford now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now Stafford. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hawkinson. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Johnson. Tackle made there by Buda Baker. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They go to Johnson again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And it's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Coleman, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
42-yard line.
Set! 260! Mike, 58, right there. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Here's McKissick. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
Mike 55.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson.
We play to win.